Hey, we're two fat guys.
And we just watched Blade Trinity.
Oh, yeah.
Open it up.
Yeah, we did.
Man, it was super good.
Yeah, it really was. It probably made a whole lot. I don't remember much of it from the first time I watched it, but man, it made a whole lot more sense this time, I guarantee it.
Yeah, like I had never watched this, and now I'm kind of bummed that I hadn't.
Mm-hmm.
Though maybe I think maybe in this, having watched them all in the last few days, it's kind of the way to do it.
Yeah.
First off, everyone's in this movie.
Yeah, and they're all perfect. They're all perfect. Every last one of them.
Yeah, I mean, we have Ryan Reynolds, Triple H, we talked about, but is it John Michael Higgins?
Yes, John Michael Higgins is in it.
Isn't it? Parker Posey.
Fucking yeah, Parker Posey. I don't know how John Michael. Like, I'm pretty sure they thought they were going to a Christopher Guest movie. Like, I think Christopher
went the wrong lot.
Today. Yeah, it's like I think he's shooting today, and they showed up and they put vampire makeup on him and.
Patton Oswalt.
And yeah, not enough of them, no. Not enough of them.
Well, is there ever?
That's true.
I'm
gonna do that part is the video clerk and Seinfeld. Just enough. Just the right amount.
Yeah, like Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel, yeah.
Yeah, so this movie is great. And now I really see why everyone was way for Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool.
Yeah. Oh man, that's one of the things I really took away from this is just not looking forward to looking forward to like 4 scenes in X-Men Origins Wolverine, and then really being sad by the end of it because he's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh man, he could do such a good job in a Deadpool movie, and
like he's got that great delivery.
Yeah.
Like that's just it's like sarcastic and super dry.
And when he does the zingers and the face is getting the hell beat out of him, it seems like it's believable.
Yeah.
It's not hokey. You're like, yeah, that guy's gonna keep on doing this until he's dead.
Yeah, like man.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I can't speak highly. Oh man, is that my favorite movie that we've done so far? It might be.
It might be. Men in Black. It's hard to say.
Oh.
Because Men in Black also has nostalgia going.
That's the thing. I think Men in Black has a lot of nostalgia.
Also, X-Men. Well, I don't know. I think I put this. X-Men has moments. The cast in X-Men is pretty phenomenal too.
But then you look at the cast of this, like.
Yeah. So watch this. Watch all the Blades. Watch X-Men.
As far as like what I might just like watch on a whim in the future, what we've watched so far, this is.
Yeah. This is it. This is the standalone. I'm in the mood to watch something. Fucking, I should do that.
Yeah. Because I mean, you don't have to worry about the origin of anyone. It jumps in, and yeah, the action scene's super solid.
Yeah, I just want to mention we watched the extended cut.
Yeah,
which we're not sure what they added because it's been so long since I've seen it. He had never seen it, but unlike the sort of Daredevil and Daredevil didn't feel as much, but Fantastic Four definitely did. It didn't feel like it was dragging, like the extended bits added.
Yeah, it wasn't like, oh, this was just padding that should have been cut. I don't really know what you would have cut out of that.
From what I hear, it was. I know this was rated R and the regular one was not. So I'm guessing
so most of anything that
all the good Triple H exchanges,
Oh yeah, man, what would Triple H do in this movie without an R rating?
Yeah. Oh man.
Like his best moments were probably not in it.
Probably not in it.
Oh man, fucking vampire dogs. I'm all for.
Vampire dogs. I mean,
it's weird how super for vampire dogs I am in this movie, and then super against Hulk dogs.
Let's not consider Hulk dogs until we have to. Until it's an absolute like. Then we do Hulk dogs. Then
well, I was just thinking, like those are seemingly in the same kind of realm, but
no, because these dogs are never a serious threat. They never use vampire dogs as
that's true. Yeah,
like we want the audience to be afraid for these characters' lives. You want to be like,
yeah. In fact,
Ryan Reynolds is going to run away and walk away.
They only attack Ryan Reynolds, and it's really funny.
It's super funny.
Then Triple H gets pissed. Yeah. It's great and adorable.
Yeah,
the dog's not.
Other awesome things. Oh man. So the kids acting is just in general the best thing ever. And there's a little girl, and the whole time Dracula's in this movie. Spoiler alert. And he can shapeshift. He can like take the form of people.
Yeah, which he did a few times.
And there's this little girl they keep alive, and we were convinced that they were going to have Dracula be this little girl and fool someone. And
like they rescue the little girl, and we haven't seen her in a while. She's being held captive by one vampire.
Yeah, so first we're saying Sam brought the fact that maybe she's not a good enough actress, but then man. They gave her like one scene, so that way you knew that she was a good enough actress to do it if they had to play.
Super good, and her exchange with Dracula is pretty good.
It's just perfect delivery, and you should watch it. Sadly, they didn't do it though. Sadly, they didn't Dracula.
I mean,
if you could do it, I feel like you're wasting it. Like they could have fit it in somewhere. I feel like the screenwriters didn't know what they had when they wrote that.
Maybe, but I mean, then it would have been a little weirder because I really liked Dracula's whole get up in the final fight. Like
he still could have. You put it before the final fight.
Well, yeah, but I think that would have been the introduction of the final fight at that point. It would have been like, psych, I'm Dracula, let's fight.
You still could have fit it earlier in the movie, and I feel like you also could have had
when they
and also he's shape-shifting. Why wouldn't he could have his armor underneath?
I guess.
Before he could wear different clothes, possibly. I don't know if he can or not. I may be making that up. But lots of amazing things. A few things that bothered me. I took some notes on some things that bothered me. They have, early in this film, spoiler alert, Chris Christopherson's character dies. Whistler dies. For real this time. And then with aforementioned shapeshifting, Dracula comes back. He sneaks into their base as Whistler. But first off, none of the characters that we know that have a strong connection to Whistler are there. Like, Blade's not there, Whistler's daughter's not there. The only one there is Ryan Reynolds' character. And honestly, that's all hearsay. Like, they're not family. Like, oh, we know Whistler. And so
they talked earlier about how Whistler was basically training them to fight.
But still, it has no, like, you don't even see it. The only interaction you see with Whistler, like him disguised as Whistler and the people, is when Ryan Reynolds wakes up and says, "You're dead," and that's it. The other people die off screen, and the blind chick, like, he's standing in the background. She doesn't see him. She doesn't say, "Is that you?" It sounds like you, Whistler. It feels like you. Nothing. So they like, don't get me wrong, I love Chris Christopherson. I'm glad they gave him a couple extra scenes.
Yeah,
but
I guess
it was a wasted opportunity, and that's what I'm getting at. It's kind of like the little girl. It's a wasted opportunity.
Yeah, like I'm not, because even the whole shape-shifting thing to begin with, I'm actually not sure when
it matters.
Yeah.
Because somebody used a great effect. Like there's the one moment,
like Michael Higgins, but he could have just been standing there. Like, I'm here, and now we're gonna fight.
It could have been hiding behind something, but yeah. So it doesn't really have an impact on the plot, which I think is a failure. Also, the breather apparatus that they introduce. The only real purpose it has is it lets you immediately know when they're rushing him from the police station, like, oh, these are Whistler's friends because they gave him one of those breathers.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really serve a larger purpose, so it feels a bit like a Chekhov's breather that doesn't go off.
Yeah.
Also,
the very common trope of Chekhov's breather.
Yeah. Also, I was not okay with them calling him Drake. They called Dracula Drake because I guess they're too hip and cool and now to say Dracula.
That could be from the comics.
I guess
I don't.
That doesn't make it okay. If it's in the comics, I don't like it in the comics. I don't like You're Blade. You fight vampires. Fucking call the dude Dracula. Don't pussy out and try to be. It sounds like you're trying to be faux extreme.
No.
Like, oh, we got Drake.
Though I could see it in the, like, from a Dracula character standpoint, like, he's going through this world, and once the name Dracula becomes a thing, him just kind of being like, well, now everyone thinks I'm dumb.
Except they introduced it before because they had the moment of him, like, walking through the stores and seeing what a commercial thing Dracula has become and vampires have become.
I don't know if that's necessarily the first time he's seen that.
He's been asleep forever.
We don't know how long.
They give a date in the movie, I'm sure, and it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's certainly been before Dracula's become pop culture. But then before even that happens, Ryan Reynolds says, "Oh, they call him Drake now." I'm like, fucking why? Why do they call him Drake now? And it's fine if they call him Drake now, if you call him to his face. But when they're talking about him behind his back, they're like, "Go get Drake." Like, fucking kill Dracula sounds way cooler.
Okay, yeah, that's
than go get Drake. But I mean, none of these things should we go away from the movie. I just love it.
They're just.
I knew we were gonna gush so much. I'm like, anything that tweaks me, I should think. Also, that epilogue. I thought they were set up for a sweet Blade 4, Blade's the villain. Which would be
pretty good.
Which they still could do, but then they have the Ryan Reynolds bookend voiceovers. So at the end, it looks like maybe Blade's dead, but then he wakes up again. He attacks the coroners that are going over him, and he escapes. And then Ryan Reynolds does a voiceover like, it didn't kill him, it just stopped his heart, so he slept until he could return to the earth. And he doesn't say anything, like, to return to earth to feed on people, to fucking kick ass. There are no vampires left, so what the fuck is he gonna
and that could also be them like, well, we know we want to do another one,
but we
haven't figured out.
And then the
script's not written, so we don't know if he's good or bad, but let's kind of leave that.
Also, in the terms of bad epilogues, the post-credit scene. It was our first post-credit scene, so yay! First post-credits, but it was not good. It was bad.
He was driving.
It looked like it was B footage. Like, all right, guys, if we get another minute long, we have to pay the director an extra $200,000. editor fucking tacks some B-roll of him driving on there.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell what city it was, if it was a different car. I got nothing out of the scene. I thought maybe they're trying to tell me something.
Yeah, he sped away in a motorcycle before the credits.
Yeah, so did he steal a car? Or is he saying he's a criminal now?
Yeah, he's a criminal. And that's why he's in jail.
Okay, now, before we start the video, we always check to see if you remember. Sam remembers what's next. I don't. So it's a bad one. He cringed. I don't.
So next up, which, man, coming down from this high.
Is it Doctor Strange?
It is not Doctor Strange.
Okay, that's later.
It is Ghost Rider.
Oh, no, there's a second Ghost Rider. Oh, I forgot this was a Ghost Rider.
Yep. From the directors of Crank. So I know how much you love Shaky Cam. And super fast-paced, actiony Shaky Cam.
Now, Crank or Crank 2, because Crank 2 is downright Shakespearean.
Well, that's the same.
It's King Lear, if you look at it. Just watch Crank 2 and think King Lear. It'll work. It'll work.
Here's your detailed.
Okay, my detailed explanation.